outer boundary. Okay. Yesterday we completed types of triangles. There was one concept, perimeter. You have to know area and perimeter. Area is the inner value, and perimeter is the outer boundary. Perimeter is the outer boundary. So what do you mean by outer boundary? For triangle ABC, we'll start from A, all the way from A to B. What's the value given? From A to B, 6, B to C, 5, C to A, 7. So what's the perimeter value? 6 plus 5, 11, 11 plus 7, 18. And the formula is, just you have to write, students, AB plus BC plus AC. You have to just write these three things, AB plus BC plus AC. Now can you tell me for quadrilateral, what will be the perimeter for quadrilateral? AB plus BC plus, what are the four sides? What are the four sides we have? Look at the quadrilateral and DA. 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 3. You can start in any direction. Yesterday I told you all. You can start in any direction. You will get the answer as 18. This is perimeter. Perimeter is the outer boundary. Sum of outer value. You have to just add. Area is the inner value. And area perimeter, it's again a lengthy concept. That is different chapter. We'll do it later. Okay. Yeah. Once again, tell me triangle, students. Triangles. What are the two things that can be measured? Angles and sides. Yes. In terms of angles, what are the three types we have? Acute angle triangle, right angle. So without looking the notes, you'll have to tell me acute angle, right angle, and obtuse angle. Sides, when it comes to sides, scale in, isosceles, equilateral. There is one special triangle which you'll have to remember, that is isosceles right angle triangle. What do you mean by this? Isosceles. So this is a special triangle. That is, they have taken right angle triangle and isosceles. They have taken these two and they have merged. We have a triangle. So which is right angle here? In triangle ABC, which is right angle, students? Angle B is right angle. So this we call it as isosceles right angle triangle. Isosceles right angle triangle. So we know what is right angle. What is isosceles? Which one is hypotenuse here? Which is hypotenuse? AC. Yesterday I told you all, any angle which is greater, opposite side also will be greater. So out of three sides in a right angle triangle, which side will be greater? Hypotenuse will be always the longest side. Then which two angles will be equal? AB will be equal to BC. If AB and BC are equal, what will be their value, students? 180 minus 90 is 90. If both are equal, then what will be the value of these two if both are equal? 90 divided by 2. How much is 90 divided by 2? 45 degrees. Isosceles triangle, AB and BC are equal. Yesterday I told you all, right, you have to draw opposite line. For BC, which is opposite, students? For side BC, which angle is opposite? A. For side AB, which angle is opposite? For AB, angle C. So these two sides angles should be equal, right? These two angles are equal, 45 degrees and 45. Make a note of this, isosceles right angle triangle. In isosceles right angle triangle, the values are fixed, students. 45 degree, 45 degree. For equilateral triangle, what's each angle value for equilateral? Each angle is 60. In the same way, isosceles right angle triangle, one angle is 90, and the other two is 45, 45. Okay, so AC is known as hypotenuse. These are technical terms, hypotenuse, and the other two sides we call it as leg. You can refer your textbook. They are mentioned in the textbook. AB is equals to BC. You call it as legs. All of you completed, understood? Angles, triangles, sides. Okay, next concept, students. So next concept, median altitude. There is a word called median. What do you mean by median or mid? What do you call? What is known as mid or median? Median is the center, right? Median, mediator. You know mediator, a person in between two people, the one who translates or mediates. Mediator. So mediate or mid. The word mid is center. Okay. Remember the word median or mid is center. Now look at. Let me take a triangle. A, B, C. For AB, if AB is 6 centimeter, just imagine AB is 6 centimeter. Half of it, what will be half of AB? 3 centimeters. I'll keep a point. I'll keep a point. Therefore, this becomes 3 centimeter and this is 3. What do you call this point as? This point is known as median. This is known as median. I'll name it as E, alphabet E. So median is nothing but just the center, E. Okay, for BC, I'll again a point, students, a point E, F, D. All these three are known as medians, midpoint. So what I would do is, F is opposite to angle A. I'll connect F. So therefore, line AF will divide BC into how many parts? Line AF will divide BC into two equal parts. If the entire value of BC is 8 centimeter, line AF will divide into how many parts, students? Now see, now it will be clear. I'll erase these two lines. Now tell me the value AF. AF will divide into how many parts? Two parts. So what is the value of BF? BF is 4 and FC is 4. So which is a median here? Sorry, F is the midpoint, students. F is known as midpoint. AF is known as median. Wait, let me. In your textbook, they have given it alphabets like this. So I'll name it as A, D. D this side, E this side, F this side. So here, E, F, D are known as midpoints. They are point. We kept a point. Okay. AD and I'll join BE. BE, I'll join CF or FC. AD, BE, FC are known as medians. What do you call them? Medians. Yes. Make a note of this. Copy this. And all three lines, all the three medians. How many medians do we have in a triangle? Total how many medians we got? 3 medians. Like 3 sides, 3 medians. It is obvious, students. If there are 3 vertices, we'll have 3 medians. And all 3 medians intersect at a common point. This you call it as centroid. What's the name given to this? Centroid. They might ask you for MCQ. Okay, where all 3 medians meet. What is that point of intersection called? Where all 3 medians meet? Centroid. So G is the centroid. Now let us take A and D, students. A and D. A and D, this line A and D. What do you call this line A and D? This entire line, what do you call? What do we call, students? Median, right? Median. What is AB called? See, don't get confused between sides and median. What is AB, BC and AC called? They are known as sides. Okay, they are known as side. AD is not a side. AD is inside the triangle and it is connected from the vertex to the center, midpoint. We call it as median. And let me take this G. See, on the way, if you're traveling from A to D, on the way there is a point called G, right? Where all three medians meet. So the ratio between AG is to GD. This will be 2 is to 1. The ratio is 2 is to 1. So AG divided by GD is equals to 2 divided by 1. 2 is to 1. Whichever starts from vertex, students, from vertex to center, that will the length will be greater. So that is the reason it is 2 and 1. Can you tell me the ratio for BG divided by GE? What is B to G? 2 is to. What is G to E? 1. What's the other median left? Can you tell me the other median? What's the third median, student? FC? Okay. In FC, see, first exercise is boring. I'll tell you frankly. In this chapter, first exercise is very boring. Second exercise onwards, it is good to solve. First exercise, it's all about theorem. Okay, so only this part will be somewhat boring. Next one. In FC, tell me the value of CG, students. What is the ratio between CG and GF? CG and GF. The ratio will be 2 divided by 1. So triangle, only the first exercise in geometry. This will be kind of boring. Other chapters, other exercise is very interesting to solve the questions. Today was Ananya present. Ananya, Bhargavi, did they come to school? Present. Okay. Kia, what about Bhargavi, Kia? You didn't. Okay, fine. Is this clear, students? All of you completed? Medians, centroid, from vertex to centroid, A to G, 2 is to 1. The value is 2 is to 1. What do you mean by 2 is to 1, students? Look here, let me take A and D and G here. The meaning of 2 is to 1 is, if GD is 3, if GD is 3, what will be the distance from A to G? From G to D it is 3 centimeters. What will be the value from A to G? See, you have to use this formula. Can you see this formula? When you substitute, what do you get? AG divided by what is GD value? GD is 3 is equals to 2 divided by 1. Can you tell me the value of AG now? AG is equals to 3 will get multiplied. 3 twos are 6. If I reduce both, if I take 6 divided by 3, if I reduce 6 divided by 3, are we getting 2 divided by 1? Yes, this is ratio concept. So if GD is 3, AG will be 6 centimeter. We have to use this formula. All this. See, concentrate here. Somebody when unmuted, I can hear message, notification sounds. That's it, student. Median is done. There is one more concept called height. And tomorrow shall I give test, compound interest test? Compound interest? Because even last week, what time can you allot? In 1 o'clock? Is it fine at 1 to 2? Choir practice? Like here, even you're there in choir. How many students in choir? You, Abigail, then students. Yeah, Abigail. Fine. After Bhargavi, so I think she started to practice today. One day she'll be present, the next day absent. What program student? For what you'll have choir practice? Is there any festival? Do you all have any festival now? No festival, right? Fine. Okay, fine, fine here. See, every Saturday if you'll miss, how to take class then? If not, I'll send the paper. Or do one thing. Angel can attend, right? Angel, Anya, and Delicia. Delicia, Anya, Angel. These three students log in at one student. Tomorrow log in at one. I'll send the paper. You all can solve. I'll tell you all the topics. I'll tell you all the topics. Okay, midpoint concept is done. It's simple concept. Just you should know the word midpoint. That's it. Height. Next, height concept. H-A-G-H-T. What do you mean by height, students? What is height? If this is ground AB, which one is height? According to you all, how can you measure height? Which line will be exact? Which line will give exact value for height? See, usually, how do you measure a height, students? How do you measure a height? Do you stand slanting or straight? DE, not angle, line, there's no angle. So DE is the line, students. It is obvious. If you want to find your height, you have to stand straight and measure it. If you stand straight to the ground, imagine there is a protractor here. This is a ground. There is a protractor. And what is this line formed? What is DE formed? Isn't it 90 degrees? What will be the value? Left and right hand side? 90 and 90. Total 180? Okay, so this is known as height. Simple concept. CF is not height. That is slanting. If something is slanting, you can't measure it. We don't consider as height. We call slanting line. If any line is straight, we call it as height. So DE is the height, students. What is the angle formed? What is the angle formed on AB? What's the angle formed on AB? Both the sides 90 degrees. Both the sides 90 degree. We also say this as DE is, look at this line, exactly look at this diagram. The shape of this diagram is like this, perpendicular. What do you call it? Perpendicular. This is the meaning of perpendicular. You have often heard about this word in maths, right? When they solve geometric question, the word perpendicular. This is the meaning. The meaning of perpendicular is DE is perpendicular to AB, or you can even call AB is perpendicular to DE. Actually, we don't write AB. Whichever line is straight, students, we write that first. DE is perpendicular to AB. The meaning of this is DE is a straight line. Simple concept. DE is straight line and angle formed is 90 degree. Both the sides. 90. Okay, angle formed is 90 degree. Now look here. This is the line AB. This is a line AB, and I'll take another line AB and I'll create a midpoint here. Midpoint. So what do you mean by midpoint, students? Tell me for ABC. For AB, if I keep a point here, what do you call this? You call this as midpoint. It divides. It divides into how many parts? It divides AB into Two equal paths. Now I'll join a line like this. Now I'll join. What do you call this CE? What do you call this line CE? You call median. Median. Okay. Is median a straight line? Is it straight or slanting? How is it a straight line? Is it 90 degree? Is it forming 90 degree? Wrong, wrong. It's not a straight line. Is it forming 90 degrees? No, it's not forming 90 degree. Imagine there is a protractor here. It's not a straight line. Therefore, a median is a point which will divide into two half students, but it is not a straight line. Remember this. A median can never be straight line. What do you mean by straight line? The angle formed here will be 90 or what? It shouldn't be 90 degree. The angle formed will not be equal to 90 degree. Is it clear? So median is just a point, is just a middle point, but the angle formed will not be equal to 90 degree. The opposite is height. Look at height. Okay, do you think E is the midpoint here? Do you think this distance is equal? AE and EB are equal? Are they equal? No, right? So, but what about DE students? What about line DE? Is it a straight line or slanting? DE, straight line. So the difference between median, yes, difference between median and height is, for a height it is a straight line, and DE will not bisect AE and AB into two equal parts. Okay, AE will not be equal to EB, but the line formed will be 90 degrees. For median, the line formed is not 90 degree, but that will split the base into two parts. This is the difference between height and median. Okay, even height, there are three, we'll have three height students. DE is one height, from A to B I'll join. Even that, what is the angle formed? A to F, what's the angle formed? Even that will be 90 degrees. Now from B, again from B I'll join. From B I'll join to other side. G, E, F, G. What will be the angle formed at G, students? What will be the angle formed? What will be the angle here? The one 90 degrees. The one which I've circled 90 degrees. So this is the difference between, this is height. Height is a straight line. Okay, now look at this. Look at AD, all of you. First diagram AD, 8 centimeters. If entire line is 8 centimeters, do you think AG will be 4 and 4, GD will be 4? Is it correct? No, it will not be 4. No, it will not be 4. What did I tell you, Dia? Okay, let me explain again. Which one is the height, Dia? In this, which one is the height? G is touching which point, which vertex? B and G is the height. B and G. What is the angle formed at AD? What's the angle formed at AD? 90 degrees. So B and G, where is B and G touching? Which side is it touching? B and G. B and G is touching side AD. Okay, it is just touching AD, that it means the angle formed is 90 degree. That's it, students. It doesn't bisect into two halves. If it bisects Dia, if it bisects, what do you call this line? We would have called this line as median, but it's not a median. It is just a height, straight line. That's it. So this is the difference between median and straight line, students. The median will bisect into two. Height will not bisect. Height will have 90 degrees. That's it. Did you understand difference between height and median? Understood what is height? A. Only Dia. What about other students? Okay, Delicia, Anya, Kia. See, let me take ABC, students. ABC is a triangle. I'll draw height. I'll give you this shape. Now tell me, is this a median or a height? Height? Height. ABC. E. E. Look at the second diagram. What is AE? Is it a height or median? Median, can you see I have given two lines here? What does this indicate? That B is equal to 4, and for example, let me take 4 centimeters. If both are 4 centimeters, where is E, students? Isn't E in the center? If total value is 8, E is center? Yes. So this is how they'll mention. They won't give you all values. If you look at the questions in the first exercise, you'll have diagram like this. This indicates A is a median. Two lines will be given, which indicates both are equal. In the first diagram, E is just a 90-degree line, height. So I'll draw three heights here. A, B, E. AE is 1, BF is 1, CD is 1. Okay. And this side is centroid, median. AB, I'll name it as, I'll give different names for this, students. I'll give different names. PQR, STU. Okay, in the first diagram, can you tell me all the heights? What are the all the height, students? A is 1 height. Next, in the first diagram, A is 1 height. Next, what's the next height? Look at the vertex. B. No, not BC. BC is side. From B, where is it going? Okay, correct. DC. Next, BF. Right. All these are known as, what do you call them? Height. Okay, it is height, and it doesn't split into two, students. For example, B can be 5 centimeter, EC can be 4, CF can be 4, AF can be 3, DA can be 3 centimeters, BD can be 4 centimeters. They are not equal, but all the angles formed are 90 degrees. This is height. All the angles form 90 degree. Next, and all three join at a common point, right? Can you see there is a common point? We call that as orthocenter. Wait, let me see what. Yes, we call it as orthocenter, students. H. What do you call this point? When all three height meet at a common point, what do you call? Orthocenter. Why is it so excited? You are excited. Orthocenter. Huh? Okay, for height, students, whenever three height meet together, we call it as orthocenter. Okay, what are the other concepts you'll have? That's it. Congruency is next one. Orthocenter. Now median. Look at the second diagram and tell me all the medians. What is the first median? P and S is one median. Next. Where is O and R given here? No, PQR. Okay, let me take. No, TSU. That is PQR. Okay, PQR. In that PS is one median. Next, UR is one median, and the other one is QT. Yeah, QT and not UR, students. The median should start from the vertex. So RU is one median. RU. Median. PS, RU, QT. Median. And where all three points meet, what do you call this point as? What do you call? Centroid. So look at the difference. When three medians meet at a point, what do you call? When three medians meet, you call centroid. When three heights meet at a point, when three heights meet, orthocenter. Is this clear? Can you all open page? Okay, open a textbook. Which one? What is orthocenter? It is a center where all three lines meet, right? All three what meets here? Kia. All three height, not line. All three height meets. If height meets together, what do you call? What about centroid? What are these lines? PS, RU, and QT. Correct, medians. When all three medians meet at a common point, we call it as centroid. Height, orthocenter, median, centroid. So even if they give that one word, you should be able to explain the entire concept. If they ask you about orthocenter, you should mention. Look here, I'll write here. Height, Height. Not height, to height, we call it as altitude. What do you call height as? Altitude. Sorry, all this time I was mentioning the word height. Height and altitude both are same. Altitude. Altitude is also known as height. So for height or altitude, when all three altitudes meet at the same line, what do you call? Orthocenter. Orthocenter. What's the meaning of altitude, students? Altitude is nothing but depth, how deep it is, altitude. Have you heard the word? In mountains they call altitude. In geography you would have heard that word, altitude. That is nothing but height of the mountain. Okay, in order to remember this, in orthocenter, can you see TH is given? Orthocenter TH. Even here we have HT, height, TH. Okay, remember like this. If not, you will get confused. Remember like this. Next, median. Medians is equals to centroid. For example, let me take QR, students. QR. What is midpoint for QR? In this diagram, what's the midpoint for QR? All of you will answer. In the second diagram, what is the midpoint for QR? S is the midpoint. S is the midpoint, right? Median. If when there are three people, A, B, C, three people, what do you call the person who's sitting? B? What do you call if they're in between? You can also call it as center, right? So median is equals to centroid. Remember the word center. S is in center. It's actually in between, but you remember like center. S is sitting in center. So median is equals to centroid. Height or altitude is equals to orthocenter. MCQ question. They'll ask it for MCQ. All the concepts clear? Did you understand what is altitude? What is median? 90-degree? Everything is clear? Okay, take break for 5 minutes. After this, the main topic, congruency of triangle. Yes, students, are you online? Shall we start? Abigail, Angel, Delicia, Dia, Kia, all of you are online? Kia, Anya, Dia, Delicia, Angel, Abigail. Okay, Angel, Kia, Abigail. What about Dia? Dia on. Fine. See, this is what I was explaining, students. All this yesterday and today we were studying this one, acute angle. Can you see acute angle? Triangles are classified by two types. Can you see the screen? Is it being shared? See, acute angle less than 90, right angle, obtuse angle, equilateral, this scale. Here they didn't give the marking for equilateral three angles, isosceles any two. For scale they'll mark it like this. Can you see one line, two line, and three line is given for scale triangle? What does this indicate? All three sides are different. Yes, different measurements, unequal. If they're equal, same number of lines will be present. Look at scale in triangle. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line. They'll give it like this. These are some of the triangles. Look here. If you just type types of triangles, you'll get lot of diagrams like this. By angle, by side. And each and everything I've explained. By now you all should know what is scale in, what is isosceles, equilateral, all these things. Okay, next coming to congruency part. Next is congruency. All this time we were studying only about a single triangle, students. We were studying only single triangle. We used to study only about one triangle. This is the main concept. Congruency of triangle. Okay, the meaning of congruence. What do you mean by the word congruent? Delicia? Is Delicia online? Yeah, what's the meaning of congruence? Congruent meaning is same. So when it comes to congruence of triangle, can you see I've put two pictures here, two triangles. Can you see their sides, students? One side is 3.5. I'll name it as A, B, C, and this side P, Q, R. Tell me which two sides are equal? AB is equals to PQ. BC is equals to QR. 3.5, 4 centimeters. What about AC? Yeah, 4.5 centimeters. All three sides are equal. They're equal, right? Okay. If I take the second triangle PQR and place it on first triangle, students, we call there's a word called superpose for this. What do you call that? Superpose. The meaning of superpose is nothing but if I take two triangles and join together, will they be same? Same or different? They both will be same. Why different? The sides are equal, right? Kia for Kia for example, take two pages from your notebook, students. Look at two pages from your notebook. Are they equal in length and breadth? Pages. Two pages from a textbook. When you place one page on top of another page, are they exactly the same? Are they coinciding together? Right? Your textbook pages. That we call it as superpose. Superpose is nothing but placing one object on top of another object and the values will be same. That is the meaning of superpose. And if both the triangles are same, what do you call them? You call it as congruency of triangle. So the meaning of congruency of triangle is nothing but two angles will be same. When we tell same, how do you check whether they are same or not, students? How do you check? There has to be some measurement, right? There has to be some measurement. Correct. So when we talk about measurement, what are the two things I told we can measure in a triangle? Sides and angles. So here are the sides same? Same for all three? Sides are same? So even their angles also will be same. If A is 50 degree, angle P also will be 50. Okay. And if angle B is 60 degree, angle Q also should be equal to 60. 70, 70. So all three sides are equal, all three angles. Look here, angle A is equals to angle B, that is equals to 50 degree. I've told you all, I taught you all how to write the angles. You can write like this, or you can even write BAC is equals to angle QPR, 50 degrees. In the same way, angle B is equals to angle Q, angle C is equals to angle R. This is the meaning of congruence. Basically, it should be same, students. For example, your textbook pages. Here, you're concentrating here. Is it here, angel, angel? What's happening? What is that background noise, angel? Okay. Then how will you concentrate? If I'm able to hear the noise, when you're hearing the same noise, right? Sound? Enjoying the music, you're not concentrating? Angel, you understood what is media night? Hmm. Okay. Ananya, what's the time, Ananya? You've joined so early today. No, no, 5 minutes back I saw. Not 5 minutes, 2 minutes back I saw. I got some notification. It's been almost 1 hour, Ananya. 1 hour you had missed. Okay, I'll send the recording. Go through height and median topic. Two topics were covered. Now concentrate congruency of triangle. Fine. Yesterday you were there, right? When I talked about angle sides. See, congruency of triangle, the meaning of congruent is same. So how do you check whether two things are same? In triangles, what are the two things you can measure? Sides and angles. Look at these two triangles. AB is equals to PQ, right? 3.5 plus 3 sides equal. I've given even angles, Ananya. Can you see angles are equal? Angle A is equal to which one? Compare the other triangle. Angle A is equal to angle P. Angle B is equals to angle Q. Angle C is equals to angle R. This is what I was teaching. This is known as congruency of triangle. All of you are clear? You'll understand what is congruency? Yeah, and the word superpose, student. Superpose is nothing but when I place one triangle on top of another. And example I gave you all your textbook pages. You place one page on top of other, it will equally coincide. Okay, it would equally coincide. That is what you call superpose. Fine. Okay. If the triangles are like this, we know it is congruent. Not only triangles, any two objects which has same sides and angle will be congruent. Fine. What if I draw triangle like this? P, Q, R, and I'll take another triangle in this direction. A, B. Okay. And they both are in different directions, students. Different directions. Okay. Facing opposite. If I write AC as 5 centimeters, PR 5, QR is 6 centimeters, AB is equals to 7 centimeter. Okay, and CB is equals to 5 centimeter. Now tell me, are they congruent or not? Are they congruent? Why no? See, it can be in any direction, students. The object can be in any. It is congruent. I mean, not congruent. 5 5. Let me change this to 6. Yes. Now tell me. Now it is congruent. Yes. Now it is congruent. It can be in any direction, students. It can be any shape. Okay, we call it as congruent. For example, I'll tell you. Look here. We use this concept everywhere. Congruency. While traveling, have you all seen some flyovers? While traveling, the flyover shape will be like this on right hand side, bridges or something. All this we call congruent, students. All these diagrams will be congruent. Okay, we call it as congruent. Any two shapes which are same, we call it as congruent. Now back to this triangle. PQ is equals to which one? Side PQ is equals to, compare the other triangle. AB. Next QR is equals to BC or CB. Next PR is equals to CA or AC. Three sides. All three sides are equal. Right? All three sides are equal sides. Okay, if three sides are not given, remember, if three sides are not given, instead of that, I'll remove this 7. Yeah, I'll remove both the sides 7 and I'll give any one angle, students, any one angle. I'll give R 50 degrees, and here I'll give C 50 degrees. Now can you tell me whether they are congruent or not? It is difficult to find out, right? Because third side is not given. Difficult to find, third side is not given. So for congruency, there are few criteria on, students, not only side. It doesn't mean only if three sides are given, we can find out. There is even other way. Look here, I'll tell you how to find out. CB is equal to which one? Side CB is equals to QR, right? That is equals to 6 centimeter. Next, tell me side AC. Compare the other triangle. Side AC is equals to which one? PR, 5 centimeter. And what is the angle present in both, in between both 5 and 50 degree? Look here, I'll remove this line. Can you see in between both 50 degrees present, right? Which means even this is congruent, students. This diagram is also congruent. Look here, any one angle, any three measurement is enough to find out whether it's congruent or not. We need any three measurement. So angle C is equals to angle R, that is equals to 50 degree. So what are the three measurements we took here for the second example? What are the three measurement? One side, and the other one is angle. For the first one, what did we take? For the first one, we took all three sides. Like this, we have four different criterion. We call it as criterion. Criterion of triangle. Did ma'am explain all this criterion of triangle? We have four different types, students. Side, side, side. Which means all three sides of two triangles should be equal. Next, side, angle, side. This example. I have to write this angle in between. What does SAS mean? What is the full form of SAS? So any two sides should be equal and what? One angle should be equal. And where that angle should be present? In between two sides. Okay, in between two sides it should be present. Next criteria. Side, 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 side angle, side. Then you have, what's the other one? Angle, angle, side. Angle, angle, side. AS stands for angle, angle, side. Fourth one is RHS, right angle side. Okay, I'll explain all this. Right angle side. These are the four things you have to find out. We have four criterions here. Criterion. For now, just remember, students, Monday will continue with all this. For now, just remember, what does S stand for? Triple S stands for right, side and side, which means what you have to check? All three sides of two triangles should be equal. What is SAS? Side, angle, side. For any two triangles, we have to check both the sides and one angle. It should be in between and their value should be equal. Then they are known to be congruent. The meaning of congruent is same. Now look at this diagram. This one. If you superpose this diagram, if I place TAB on top of PQR, if I tilt and place it, they both will be same. They both will coincide at the same point. Next, what is AAS? Angle, angle. Yeah, you can check your textbook. Open your textbook, congruency of triangle, and you'll see all these words given. Angle, angle, side. RHS. What is RHS? RHS stands for right angle. R stands for RHS. RHS. R stands for right angle. H stands for hypotenuse. It's basically a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse. S stands for side. Right angle, hypotenuse, side. Hypotenuse is 90 degree, opposite to 90 degree. Okay, these four things. Okay, why today Anya is not active? Not able to understand. Delicia, Anya. Why Anya? Yesterday you were answering. What happened today? You didn't understand all this? Confused in which one? Which topic? Congruency of triangle or okay? What about congruency? See, if you'll have any confusion, you all should ask me, students. Midpoint I completed. Started solving. You all should have started from all this. What about this one? Congruency. Okay. For now, just remember this, students. The meaning of congruent is two triangles should be same. If they are same, on what basis will we calculate them? On what basis? On side and angle. So these are the things you have to remember. If it comes to side, any three sides should be equal. I mean, all three sides can be equal. Then we consider it as congruent. If two sides are equal, one angle is equal. Even that we consider as congruent, which means both are same. Measurement is same. Angle side, RHS. In all this I'll explain Monday. Only if you'll understand this, you'll be able to solve the question. If not, the first exercise will be very tough. Did you understand when ma'am solved the first exercise? Yeah, without all this, how will you understand congruency? Congruency is not possible. Fine. For now, for today, you'll just enough. This is enough. Just remember what is congruent. The meaning of congruent is same, side and angle. And how do you check whether they are same? You check their sides and angle. Next, when it comes to sides and angle, these are the four criterions we follow. See, when I talk about criterion, okay, let me explain like this. Okay, there are two students like this, A and B. Let me take two students. There are two students, A and B. How do you check that both the students study in SFX? SFX in 10th standard, 9th standard, 9th. Can you tell me some common criteria between these two students? How will you identify students? What kind of questions will you ask them? I mean, both will wear same uniform. They should wear same uniform, right? If they're in SFX. And if you want to know whether they both are 9th standard, what will you check? Oh yeah, age is also okay. Fine, you can check age, but sometimes it can be 11, 12, 13 different. Tell me one common thing. 9th standard students. What's the other thing? What do you all study now? Subject? Can you check the textbook? It's obvious, right? Textbook. If you check the textbook, class notes, if you ask their teacher's name, if everything coincides, which means both of them are in the same standard, same teacher, right? If they tell your same teacher's name and if they're wearing same uniform, it means they are from SFX 9th standard. These are the criterion students. What do you call them? Criterias. Or you can tell it as measurement. You can't measure. We're not measuring here. We are just asking for some clues to connect A and B. These are known as criteria. In terms of mathematics, we call criterion. Same subject, same textbook. If they have same teachers, all this indicates they are in the same standard, 9th standard. If they have different textbook, if they're using different textbook, they're in different standard. In the same way, these are the criterions we follow to check the congruency of triangle. And in the beginning, I told you all, you can measure only sides and angle. We can measure only sides and angle. So therefore, these are the criterions you have to follow: side, 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 side angle, angle, side, RHS. Fine. In depth, I'll be explaining on Monday. Monday will continue. Okay, everything I'll explain once again. It's a very important concept. Even for 10th, you'll have lot of questions based on this. Fine. And who has doubt in the median and midpoint? Median and orthocenter? Anya and who else? Median and orthocenter. Okay, fine, Kia. Anyone else? Did you understand median? What is median? And okay, fine, students. Then I'll upload this recording. Ananya, go through median and altitude. First 40 minutes. First 40 minutes, you'll find that class. Okay.